You guys, welcome out to Kingholes. It ended Manchester United 3, Everton 1 in the FA Cup third round. And yes, Manchester United are now officially the first team to go through to the fourth round of the FA Cup. And yes, it is going to be interesting to see who we do play in the next round. It certainly will be interesting to see. But yeah, I mean, it's another pretty good performance from Manchester United once again. Uh, honestly, we keep on playing really, really well at the moment. The first 10 minutes or so of the first half were really good. Then when Everton scored, we kind of slipped off the pace a little bit after Everton's very, very sloppy goal that, of course, they scored. Very sloppy. A bit of a mistake from David De Gea, of course, but we can't really complain too much. We were able to pull off and win that game, and you know, I mean, we definitely deserve winners. We definitely deserve wins. We deserve to win that game without a shadow of a doubt. But I don't think Everton caused us an absolutely massive threat today, though. I thought we were able to win that game fairly comfortably. We seemed all right, and there were some players who had quite a good game today. Then there were some other players who did seem a little bit off. To be fair, some players did seem a bit off today, but there were others who did have a pretty good game and looked good. So fair play. Fair play to the boys for getting that win today. But yeah, I will get on to the player ratings in a sec, and then we will, of course, talk about who I thought was good and who was bad, obviously, because there was a bit of a mix today. Like I mentioned, like Casemiro, it wasn't Casemiro's greatest of games today. I think we all know, like we've seen a lot better from Casemiro. It wasn't really his greatest game today. He was giving the ball away quite a lot today. But again, you can't really fault Casemiro too much because he has been performing for us at the highest level and in the last couple of games and been our best player. So you can't really fault him too much. Same as David De Gea. Yeah, I know David De Gea made that little bit of a mistake today. It wasn't his greatest of game. But again, you can't really fault the man too much because these guys who didn't have are the greatest of games today. They've been like our best players recently. So you can't really dig right into them and really criticize them because the players who had a bit of an off day today have usually been our best players. So yeah, can't really have too much of a dig at them. To be fair, but yeah, happy we got the win, of course, and it was definitely a deserved win. Obviously, I've seen us play we've obviously seen us play better than how we did today. I mean, of course, we have of course seen better performances, but still, though, I thought today we were pretty sharp and we were pretty play decent, which is always, of course, good signs to see from this Manchester United team. And, it's good to see us playing good football again. We are now usually looking like quite an entertaining side to watch. And we're usually now usually quite a lot of the time in an entertaining game at Manchester United now, which is, of course, very good and very promising signs to see. So, very happy again with the performance, of course. And, Marcus Rashford, it's never been a fantastic game from Marcus Rashford. Played a part in all three of our goals today, Marcus Rashford. It was, of course, very, very good to see. Obviously, he got that great assist to Anthony's goal. It was a very good assist, and Anthony was able to reach out and get that goal. And then for Conor Cody's own goal, Rashford was the man who put the ball into the box. And then, obviously, Marcus Rashford got his late penalty as well. And it was definitely a well-deserved goal for Marcus Rashford as he was playing fantastic throughout that game. And it's always great to see Marcus Rashford playing well and what a great influence he has on this Manchester United side now. Make sure you guys, of course, drop a like and subscribe if you're new. Would, of course, me a lot if you could. But yeah, honestly, I thought it was a solid performance from Manchester United today. And yeah, right, let's get into our player ratings then. Yeah, let's go through everyone in our player ratings now. Of course, this one should be interesting. Because we saw some good performances, then there were some others who weren't as good as we usually expect from them. But still, let's do our player ratings and yeah, make sure you guys drop a like on the stream and subscribe if you haven't already done so, guys. It would cost me a lot if you could. Okay, let's get right in to our player ratings here then. Okay, so of course in goal, David De Gea. Of course, David De Gea in goal. I thought he put in a. I thought. I mean, obvious. Oh, God, why did my voice do that? I thought obviously, he did make that mistake early on in that game. But again, like you can't fault him too much because he's always playing well for us. He's always playing very well for us, and he's probably the reason why we didn't really. He's the reason why we've been. He's a huge reason why we've been able to keep these clean sheets recently, and why like we actually were able to kind of get a point out of that Bournemouth game because that Bournemouth game, like if it wasn't for David De Gea's saves, then like we could have lost that game. Like we could have lost that game. So that's the thing. But we were able to. But we're basing it on today, though. Of course, we're basing on today's game, and it. Of course, it wasn't the greatest of performance from De Gea. He was a bit dodgy at times with his feet, and I mean, there were times where I was like, why are you coming out that far when Dallow's there, or like when other players are already there to get the ball? So he was a little bit jammy today, De Gea. He did make the odd good save, but for David De Gea today, I think I'll give him a 5. I think giving him so I give him 5. I think giving him a 4 is a bit harsh. Did you get Discord? No, not yet. Not yet. Okay, Diego Dallo. No, I don't want to give him a 10. For Dallo, I think that thought he put in a solid performance today, Diego Dallo. I thought it was a solid performance from him. I'm going to quickly stick out a poll, just quick. I'll just put. But yeah, I do think it was a good performance today from Diego Dallo. People have rated him fairly high. No, sorry, it's hardly that high, is it? 6.4. I mean, I think I think that's definitely fair. I'd give him a 6. I thought it was a good performance from Diego Dallo today. Make sure you guys, of course, smash the subscribe button if you do want more Manchester United and football content. And we'll be going live mostly after every Man United game, and after every big game as well. We'll be going live, doing all my match reactions to it, of course, as well. But yes, did you do the Discord thing? No, I did not. Okay. Rafael Varane, thought it's a very good performance from him. I'd give him a 7, 6.94. I think it's fair. Yeah, I thought he was very good today. I thought Rafael Varane was very, very, very good today. And, obviously he's a very important player to have in his Manchester United team. I thought he made some crucial blocks today. He just looked good on the ball. I mean, we saw some great skill from him at times as well. I think it was in that first half where he was able to take on like one or two players. So, I thought Varane, put in, some good skill and always solid at the back, of course, as well, Varane. So, Varane gets a 7. Luke Shaw, I think, gets a 7 as well. I mean, yeah, Luke Shaw's always putting in a very, very good shift, as we all know. He's always putting in a solid, good shift. And, it's always good to see Luke Shaw putting in a good shift. We saw him play well when he played at centre back. We saw him play well when he was also putting at obviously his normal position, left back, for the final couple of minutes of that game as well when Martinez was brought on. So yeah, I mean Luke Shaw, he's class, and obviously I think it was last season. Yeah, last season, Luke Shaw, he was kind of off his game a little bit, but obviously now we're seeing like a big improvement in his game again, which is always very good to see. And yeah, Luke Shaw showing that he can play well at centre back and left back. So yeah, He's definitely better than Harry Maguire and Lindelof combined at centre back, 100%. He's better than them at their own play position, Luke Shaw. He's just a great player to have around this Manchester United side. He's extremely play good and an extremely important player to have in this Manchester United team, Luke Shaw. And definitely underrated. Definitely underrated. I think, most of us Manchester United fans appreciate how good Luke Shaw is. Neutrals don't really, see how good Luke Shaw is and what he is actually able to bring to this Manchester United side. I think neutrals miss the point of him, but he's a great player. As Manchester United fans see how great he is. Malaysia, I think he deserves a 6. Him. I give him and Dallo a 6 today. I thought it's I thought Malaysia was very good. I mean, it's a great challenge that he did on Alex Iwobi. I know, unfortunately, Alex Iwobi, didn't come it wasn't the greatest ending for him. So obviously, we all had to wish him well, even though we don't support his club, but still wish him well, of course. So it did seem like a nasty challenge on him. All the best to him. And Alex Iwobi is always a very solid player as well. He's a very solid player, and I think he's a player that Everton will miss. To be honest with you, so yeah, all the best to him, of course. It was a nasty challenge, but yeah, Malaysia. It's a good challenge though by Malaysia, but it was it was nasty the way he fell. Iwobi. But yeah, Malaysia had a good game today, so I'll give him a 6. Casemiro, that's a bit high, 7.2. Like, he was, I don't know, I just saw, I don't think it was his best of games there. I just feel like he gave the ball away a bit too much. So I'd give him a 6. I thought, he's decent at times holding the midfield well, like he always does. But there were just times where, he did, place a few poor passes today. But he's always good at playing in the midfield. He's probably one of our most important players at this moment in time as well, of course. So yeah, I will give Casemiro a 6. A few mistakes made, but still he's played pretty decent still, though, of course. Make sure you guys drop a like and subscribe if you're new. Christian Eriksen, I give him a 6 probably. I thought he played well. I'd probably give him around like a 6.5 or something like that. I thought he's pretty good from Christian Eriksen, but yeah, I think a 6, I think is definitely fair on Christian Eriksen. I think, 6, I think a 6 all good. It's all good for him. Anthony, this was his best performance in a while, to be fair, from him. Haven't seen him. I honestly think he probably, in my opinion, deserves a 7 today. He was really good at making runs. He was solid on the ball, and I found Anthony. He wasn't as selfish as he usually is. Like recently, he's been a rather selfish player a little bit, but today we definitely saw him be a little bit less selfish, which made him, of course, look like an even better player. So yeah, it's definitely one of Anthony's best performances for us so far, and yeah, it's a solid link up and great goal from him, and a solid link up play with Marcus Rashford. Of course. Bruno Fernandes, how has he got a 6.7? He was so flat today. He can get a 6, but it wasn't his greatest day. He can just get a dead 6.0. Like, he just gets a dead on like 6. Like, you can't go higher than that. It wasn't his greatest performance today, in my opinion, Bruno Fernandes. So yeah, he can get a 6 today, Bruno. He can get a 6. Who's next? Marcus Rashford, great performance by him. 8, man of the match as well. Marcus Rashford. Well, I believe shadow of a doubt, Rashford gets man of the match. What a great game he had again. He had another great game, Marcus Rashford. It's fantastic to see Marcus Rashford keep on grinding, keep on playing well. It's absolutely fantastic to see. And yeah, honestly, a very important player to this Manchester United team. One of my favourite players as well, Marcus Rashford. And he's starting to, I thought, he definitely is starting to show a lot more confidence on the ball. He's willing to, he trusts himself as well. Like, he's willing to have shots from far out, like, even if they don't go in. But yeah, he trusts himself a lot as well. He had quite a few shots on target today as well, Marcus Rashford. Like, he took a great free kick. It was a very good save from Jordan Pickford, though. But yeah, honestly, he's looking better every single play game, Marcus Rashford. Honestly, like you just see him increasing and increasing his confidence every single time you see him play. Like that confidence, improves so much. It's great to see from Marcus Rashford, and it's great to see after him struggling the past 2 years as well. And it's great to see him play gaining confidence. And this is the Marcus Rashford we all know, and he's played fantastic. To be fair, Marcus Rashford, it's great to see. So yeah, an 8 for Marcus Rashford. Anthony Martial, what do you give him? I'd probably give him like a dead on 6 as well. I thought him and Bruno were probably like as good as each other. I mean, neither Anthony Martial or Bruno, neither of them really seem fully engaged in the game. That's the thing. Like, I don't know, like, it was weird. Neither of them really seemed too engaged today. So that's why they're probably the two least rated players on the pitch. Harry Maguire, he can get a 6. Strada Martinez, Licha. Probably a 6. He wasn't really on too long enough for me to give him a 7. Fred, I thought had a good game today when he came on. 6.5 for him. So I'd give like Licha probably a 6.3, 6.5. 6.4 for Licha, 6.5 I'd give to Fred. Looked very good when he came on. And McTominay, probably give him a 6 as well. Didn't see too much from him though. Garnacho was very good. He wants the penalty, so I think that just about gets him a 7 as well. Looked very good. I mean, whenever Garnacho's brought on, he's always looking good on the ball. He's a it's always great to have a nice pair of fresh legs on the pitch as well. And Garnacho is a very great player who brings a lot of energy to this Manchester United team. So yeah, very good player, Garnacho, of course. And yeah, that is all my player ratings done. Man of the match, yeah, as I've said, 100% has to go to Marcus Rashford. Fantastic play game from him. And yeah, he needs to keep it up. He needs to keep on going because he's looking absolutely fantastic at this current moment in time, Marcus Rashford. So yes. Okay. Make sure you drop a like on the stream and subscribe if you're new, guys. I'm now gonna put out a quick couple of polls. Yes, I'm gonna put out a poll. I mean, honestly, like we signed Jack Butland earlier on today. That was obviously made official. Manchester United still want the striker though, and I was hoping on Tuesday night, coming on here today, and I wanted to talk about an update about striker. We haven't really got too many updates. Apart from Fabrizio Romano confirmed that Manchester United are 100% interested in João Felix. Arsenal are as well. Both clubs are interested in him. So that's, of course, interesting to hear about. But the thing is, though, like he's not an out-and-out striker. I say it every single play time. He's not a proper out-and-out number 9 striker, João Felix. So that's the issue. That's the issue with him, in my opinion. But I mean, there are players out there. I mean, I don't know. Like, would Mitrovic be all right? I don't know. Be interesting. What striker should? Well, let's see what people are saying today. What strike? Okay. What striker should Man United sign this January? I always put this out. This poll, but there's always new names being thrown around, though, isn't there? There's always João Felix, and João Felix is usually the one who gets the most votes. I mean, there's Memphis, who that his name's being thrown around, of course, as well. There's been Mitrovic, his name's being thrown. Mitrovic, his name's being thrown around, and stuff as well. Victor Osimhen as well. I think I'll add to the poll. He's definitely an ideal one. Victor Osimhen. Okay. This is how you spell his name. Osu. So yeah, make sure you guys hang around and vote on the poll. Drop a like and subscribe if you're new, guys. Victor Osimhen. Okay. All right, spell it. Okay, there you go. Okay, so the poll's out now. What striker should Man United sign in January? This yeah, so this January, what striker should Man United sign? Get voting on the poll now, guys. Drop a like and subscribe if you're new. But yeah, honestly, it's a huge transfer window for Manchester United, and I always want to hear more updates. I mean, we've heard the update on João Felix that Manchester United are, of course, interested in him. We've heard that Memphis Depay is linked as well. I mean, possibly a move for Victor Osimhen, Mitrovic as well. I mean, I do think if Manchester United are to sign Victor Osimhen, then I think that will probably be a deal. If we sign Victor Osimhen, that would be a deal that gets thrown out there and happens in the summer. I think that's definitely a signing which I think is more likely to happen this summer. That's why I think it's more likely we sign him in the summer, in my opinion. So he'd definitely be a great permanent striker though, Victor Osimhen, in my opinion. It would be a good permanent striker to have at Manchester United. But yes, we'll have to wait and see what happens with that whole situation with him signing. And I do hope that I do hope that Victor Osimhen does sign at some point. But I think we all know at this moment in time at Manchester United, it's looking like we're going to see a loan deal, isn't it? At the moment, and it's frustrating. It is frustrating, and but I said it after our game against Bournemouth. I do think we need to work on other positions as well if we do want to keep on like increasing our top four hopes. That's the thing. Like we need to work on other positions as well. We need more squad depth. And squad depth could be a thing which does cost us this season. And obviously, as we know, there's like the whole situation with the owners and stuff, and we've had the whole World Cup thing, so players will tire out, and obviously we keep going through these whole competitions, so it's even more games to play, which in a way is a good thing, in a way is a bad thing. I mean, thank God we didn't go to a replay. That's all I'm gonna say. Thank God we didn't have to go to a replay today. That would have been a real pain in the backside if we did, but nah, it's all good. It's all good. But yeah, obviously we want to go as far in as many competitions as we possibly can, of course. And Ten Hag really wants silverware this season as well. Like this season, he said he wants silverware at Manchester United. He wants, and like all of us Manchester United fans do, but it's just the whole thing where all these fixtures are being squeezed in together. I mean, so that we've got a huge play schedule. So obviously we've got a 3-day break. We've got Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Then on Tuesday we've got Charlton in the FA Cup. Then on the Saturday we'll have Manchester City. Manchester City have a game during the week to play as well, though. So it's not too unfair, obviously, because we're both in the Carabao Cup. And then obviously as well we've got. Then we got after Manchester City, I think we got like the Carabao Cup first leg game or something in the semi-final. That's if we do go through, which most likely we will. It's against Charlton. And then after that semi-final first leg game, which we should be in, then we got Arsenal on that weekend. So on the Sunday. So I mean, it's a tight schedule. It's a tight schedule that we got going for us at the moment, and it's a huge pain in the arse with the whole schedule thing, because like the players hardly get any breaks, and that's the thing. Players tire out, and that could be the thing that costs us, because all these fixtures are so squeezed in, so close together, and it's definitely a bit of a pain, but like we do need to do it, and that's why we need signings. But a striker will definitely help out our problems 100%. A striker will definitely help out our problems, and it just depends who it is, though. But I know like loads of people want João Felix at Manchester United, but just the thing is he's not an out-and-out striker. But we all know that he can score goals, though. Like My ideal one out of all the ones that I put on the poll would probably be Victor Osimhen, but that's not going to happen in January. It's most likely going to happen in the summer. João Felix, that is a likely deal to happen this January. Manchester United have shown interest in him and have spoke to George Mendes about it. And, George Mendes is currently apparently speaking to Atletico Madrid about it, of course, because that's what Fabrizio Romano said. And Mitrovic would be interesting as well. He's I think he's like the third top goal scorer in the Prem this year. He's the fourth. Sorry, he's the fourth on 11 goals. So yeah, I don't know. Like, it'd be interesting to see how Mitrovic would perform in a Manchester United shirt if he does come. But like at this point, like, do we want to take too many risks though? That's the thing. Like, do we want to take risks, or do we want to go with players who, like, we all know are proven at big level? That's the thing. And like, we all know that João Felix is proven at big level. But the only downside about him is that he's not a proper striker, and we want a proper striker. I was looking at it earlier, and like Atletico Madrid, and like where Atletico Madrid usually starts, and just like double checking all that. And not once did I see João Felix starting up front. He was always played just starting on the wings or in the midfield, João Felix. So, I mean, he's not even starting the very centre forward position, which is a bit strange. But yeah, it's definitely a bit of an interesting one. It's an interesting one with João Felix. And if what would happen if we are to make that signing? To be fair, it's definitely a very interesting one. Okay, so here we've got like man of the match and all that. It should be given to Rashford. It is given to Rashford. I mean, Everton. I mean, speaking on them, like, I don't want to talk on Everton too much because that's not what we're here for. But Everton, should they sack Fran Lampard, they probably should at this rate. Let's be real, they probably should. But yeah. Anyway, guys, if you are a Man United fan or football fan in general, of course, then do smash the subscribe button, of course. It would mean a lot if you could for more Manchester United and football content, of course. But yeah, honestly, it's a real interesting situation with Manchester United striker situation and in January. But, I mean, let me have a look at like if we've got any more updates like in the last couple of minutes. But I mean, Manchester United transfer news. Let's have a look. So it just says Chelsea leads Mudryk race, but we don't really care. Arsenal and Man United want João Felix. Man United and Arsenal want João Felix. Kudus from Ajax we want. He's like a 22-year-old striker from Kudus. He's like a 22-year-old striker from Ajax. And obviously Ten Hag's interested in him. Ten Hag knows about him, but Kudus, like, I don't know, like, he's not a real. I don't know, like, you can't really trust some players. That's the thing. I mean, I know it's great to get young players in, but with young players, like, sometimes you can't really put your whole trust into them because, like, it's questionable whether they will flop or not. That's the issue. It's questionable whether like these youngsters could possibly flop or not. That's why you don't want to like put your whole trust into them. Like, the players that I would go for at Manchester United are probably around like 24 to 25-year-olds who are fairly proven at a good level. Like they're kind of players I would go for. And like players who I would talk about kind of are like probably like Victor Osimhen, players like João Felix are out there, Mitrovic, of course, as well. So there are players out there who I do look at and would be who I do think would definitely be good for Manchester United, who are like around 25 or 24, something like that. Like I don't think like you want to go and look like, especially like 10 hours looking at like this Kudus, who I think is like only like 18, 19, 20 years old, something like that, one of those free ages. And I think that's a bit too young to put your whole trust into the Man United's out and out striker and be our striker for the rest of the season, when like we're in a situation where top four can go to to either Man United, Newcastle, Liverpool, possibly even Tottenham, of course, as well. So, it's interesting to see who we could stick up front, but you don't want to go with too many young players. That's all I'm trying to say. Like, you don't want to go with too many young players, because that could lead to being a bit of an issue at Manchester United, and we can't afford to take too many risks, or we don't want anything to become an issue. But we all do trust in Erik ten Hag, of course. We do trust most of his decision makings. Well, I do anyway, and I know for a fact a lot of other Manchester United fans do as well. We all trust in Erik ten Hag's decisions and all at Manchester United. And look, let's just wait and see what happens, of course, with the whole thing. But it certainly is going to be interesting. But who should Manchester United sign to be our striker? It's a real interesting one, in my opinion. It's a real interesting one. But yeah, we do want an out-and-out striker. That would be very ideal, in my opinion, if we are to go with that proper out-and-out striker. Obviously, that's the ideal that we do want in Manchester United, of course. But yeah, obviously, situations are always it's always an interesting situation to Manchester United. It's always interesting. I see so many things about. Apparently we're linked with quite a few players, but it just depends whether we actually are going on to put bids in for some of these players. That's the thing. We need to bid for some players, and I don't even think we put in any bids yet for any proper striker. So we got to stop holding it up. So yeah, we've had 6 votes so far on the poll. So vote if you haven't already done so, guys. What striker should Man United sign this January? We've got 33% for João Felix, 33% for Memphis, 17% for Mitrovic, and 17% for Victor Osimhen. So yeah, it's a level between João Felix and Memphis Depay. Yeah, interesting. I think the worst, the one who I would not want the most, the one who I don't want the most, is probably Memphis Depay. I don't want him whatsoever. I do not want Memphis Depay. I think I would take João Felix on a loan deal for the rest of the season. I definitely take him on a loan deal. Permanent, probably not. I would take him on a permanent, just as long as he's not our number 9 strike, number 9 and our number 1 striker. If it's not him, then I would, then it would be all right. But apart from that, I don't know. But we will have to wait and see what will happen with the whole thing, though. But yeah, it certainly will be interesting to see what will happen. But yes, let's just wait and see. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what Manchester United can do this January. A centre back would be important as well, though. But I only really see us signing one player at best. If I'm being honest, one player at best, I see us signing, and yeah, that's just about it. It's definitely really disappointing to say. Of course, I only think we're going to be able to sign one player this January, which will probably only really be a striker. So yeah, we'll probably only sign a striker, really. I have hope in us signing a striker. Don't know who it will be, though. But by the next, I want to know by Tuesday, by the Charlton game. I want to be able to talk about proper updates on a striker who we can sign, because I just think we're not hearing enough at this moment in time. We're not hearing enough about us signing a striker. I know we've heard about João Felix, but yeah, we need to hear a little bit more. I'm gonna have a look at Twitter and obviously see if there's any more updates in anyone who we could be signing. I've seen things that Manchester United could be linked with signing another centre back or something. Yes, that is great. I feel like our main priority should definitely be a striker. But if we are to sign Obviously, if we are to sign centre back, it definitely would be an important deal to do because we do need the centre back. But obviously, we've signed Jack Butland in goal. Not really too important. Not really too nothing we need to talk about too much though. Then we've signed Jack Butland, but like we need to make sure that we sign a striker. Let me have a quick look. No, there's not really any updates on anything. There's loads going on about Enzo Fernandez. I doubt Manchester United will make a move for him. He's not even a striker, he's a midfielder. So, we don't really need Enzo Fernandez because, he's a midfielder and we want a striker. But I don't know. I really want to hear something about us signing a striker, but, I just don't know what to think at this current moment in time at Manchester United. I really don't really know what to think, but we'll have to wait. Like, look, we'll have to wait and see what we think could happen. But yeah, I am certainly looking forward to it, of course. What would I rate Eric Ten Hag today? Like, if I had to rate Eric Ten Hag, I'd probably give him a 7, probably. Eric Ten Hag. Yeah, I'd give Eric Ten Hag a 7 if I had to rate him. Yeah, I thought he put out the right lineup and all that. And yeah, it's good to see. But yeah, honestly, good performance from Manchester United today. It's always good to see us playing well. And, we need to keep on going. We need to keep it up. We need to keep on putting some great performances, keep on grinding. And then, hopefully we're able to get some silverware this season. It would be fantastic if we could. Of course, it would be great. I mean, I don't know if we will. I mean, surely we'll win something. Surely we can. I know we can. We're definitely good enough to win some silverware this season, and we need to as well. We need to. Like, I don't think we'll win the Premier League. We won't win the Prem. That's either City or Arsenal. I reckon we can get top 4. FA Cup, definitely very possible. Definitely possible. We just need to hope that the draw's on our side. As well, though, of course. Draw's never usually on our Blaze side, though, is it? Carabao Cup, I think it's highly likely we can win it. I'm very confident that we can win the Carabao Cup. Europa League, God, I don't know. Probably not. I don't know. I mean, I think we can beat Barcelona. I don't think we'll win the whole thing, though. We can definitely beat Barcelona, 100%. At least in one of the legs, anyway, we can beat them. Whether we go through or not is another question. We definitely could do 100%. We could. Barcelona aren't even playing too well at the moment, to be fair. I mean, let's have a look. I mean, I know they're not too far down in the league. Like, are they top? They are top, but they're level with Real Madrid at the top. But some competitions, like, they don't seem like overly amazing, do they? Oh no. We can definitely beat them. Like, they played draw into Espanyol and, just about beating like El Almeria or something. Like, we can beat this team. We can beat Barcelona. We're definitely good enough to do so. But we'll just have to wait and see what happens. But I really do have belief that we can win something this season, some form of silverware. I think we can definitely win, but we'll have to see what we can do. We'll have to see what we can do. But, I'm confident that we can get something out of this season. It's very important that we do as well, though, because, this would be, after this, I think, 6 years without a trophy if we don't win something this season. So we need to win something this season. Otherwise, it's played 6 years without a trophy, which is extremely bloody poor from Manchester United's perspective. And we're playing breaking records at the moment. When was the last time we went 6 years without bloody winning anything? Like, geez, it's a pain in the backside, but surely we can. But I know the thing is, though, this season, though, it's just so many bloody fixtures to play. It's such a pain in the arse, and just that's the thing which could be our downfall, is that we have to play so many bloody games. So yeah, that's the thing. I don't know, look, where's the 20? Okay, so we got 7 votes on the poll. What's right to Man United sign this January? 43% for Memphis Depay. So, that's a bit of a weird one, though. Memphis Depay. I mean, Obviously, if we are only to sign Memphis, Depay would be a loan deal. I mean, ideally, in my opinion, and all that, I wouldn't want him. He's not the kind of player that I would want to bring. But obviously, it's not my choice. It's, I mean, Ten Hag has a big say in it, of course, but the owners would just do what they want, won't they? Because they're clowns. But look, we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Okay. So Marcus Rashford, yeah, I think he is everyone's man of the match today, 100%. Well, he's definitely my man of the match, of course, and definitely man of the match in my books, of course. And it's just great to see him keep on playing well. It's very great to see him playing well. So we got Charlton next, but yeah, next Saturday's the big one though against Manchester City, the Manchester derby. I mean, wow, it's going to be a tough game, but I think we can definitely beat them. But it will be tough. It will be close, 100%. It won't be like last time. It's at Old Trafford as well, and we're playing well at Old Trafford at the moment, of course. And we're making Old Trafford a harder place to come to, which is good. And it's how it should be. Like Old Trafford should be a hard stadium to come to, and we should be a hard team to beat at Old Trafford, which at the moment we are. It's a hard stadium to go to, and we're looking really good when we play at home. And that's where our best performances are. We definitely play better home than we do away at 100%. Unlike how it used to be, where we used to play better away than we did home. That was like back in the day, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer days. But now we're playing well at the moment, which is good to see. Playing good football, which is all bloody good to see. But yeah, Rashford is just great. It's just great to see him carrying so much confidence at the moment. It's great to see. And, obviously Casemiro, it wasn't like his most amazing performance today, giving the ball away a bit today, but, still he's able to hold and run the midfield. Of course, Casemiro, Garnacho, he's a great fresh pair of legs to bring on every time. He's a great player to bring on and bring onto the pitch. Of course, Garnacho, very good. Obviously, Leandro Martinez, can't wait to see Martinez back starting, of course. He'll probably start in the game against Manchester City. The team we start against Charlton, I think, is definitely going to be really interesting. To be fair, I mean, it's interesting to see who we could possibly start coming into that one against Charlton, to be fair. Like, will we mix it up? Erik ten Hag seems serious about these cup competitions, though, so I reckon it will be a bit of a mix. To be fair, we'll start we'll probably start some starting players, and we'll probably start some players off some bench players. Harry Maguire could probably get a start in that game, probably alongside Victor Lindelof as well. Probably, I think that's fairly likely. Make sure you guys drop a like and subscribe if you're new. It would, of course, mean a lot if you could subscribe if you are a Manchester United fan. If you're a football fan in general, subscribe to the channel, turn the notifications on, of course, for whenever we do go live. But yeah, honestly, players are growing in confidence, which is great to see. For David De Gea's mistake, I wouldn't worry too much about it. He'll definitely pick himself back up and he'll be all good, of course, David De Gea. So, let's not worry too much about that mistake from David De Gea. It's been fantastic throughout the season, so you can't fault him too much. Goalkeepers are allowed to make mistakes, and we won that game fairly comfortably as well. I mean, Everton, at times, they showed a little bit of a threat. Like, they showed a little bit of a threat at times. Like, apart from that offside goal that they scored, with Damari Gray. I mean, Damari Gray's their only really threatening player. Really, let's be real. Damari Gray was the only player who I was a little bit wary of. Same as, Alex Iwobi can cause that little bit of a threat as well from Everton. But, I wasn't overly worried about them. And, we were proved right not to be. I was proved right not to be too worried about them because, neither of them really causes too much of a threat or any much problems. Or they didn't really cause many. Anyway, great performance from Manchester United. I mean, we've seen us play better. I mean, the thing is, though, for Manchester United is, us fans know that, I know for a fact, we've seen better from some of these Manchester United players, and we know for a fact that, we can definitely get better out of these Manchester United players. And, Erik ten Hag's come out and said it himself, this is just the beginning. I know I can get better out of this team. This is just the start. I know my players can play better Dennis. And, Eric Ten Hag's come out and said a few times, oh, yeah, that, Eric Ten Hag's very critical of these players. He knows that, he can get better out of these players. And, us fans know it as well. Like, we have faith that Eric Ten Hag can and will get the best out of these players at Manchester United. So, it's very good to see us, have a manager who has a plan, who knows what he's doing, who is critical of players. It's great to see. It's great play stuff to see from Eric Ten Hag. And what a manager he is. What a great manager he is to have at Manchester United. He's a fantastic play manager. And, it's great to see this whole Manchester United team growing in confidence under him. And, as I've said, loads of times, I think, we're only going to keep on getting better and better. Obviously, we probably will drop points every now and then. Of course we will. Like we will drop points every now and then. Like, we're not going to be fantastic. I won't get that far. Like, we're not going to be perfect. That's what I'm going to say. Like, I think that's the word to use. We're not going to be absolutely perfect. Like how Arsenal have been so far, really. Like, we're not going to be like them because, there's still a direction to go in. We're currently in the process of selling the club, so we can't build in January, which, it's good. It's good to see that we are selling, that the Glazers are selling, because, we need them to sell. And, this should be our last transfer window with them, which is great. Which is great to know. This should be our final transfer window with the Glazers as Manchester United owners. And, I think in the summer, I think next season will be a great season for us. I think we're more than capable of winning a trophy this season, but I think next season is, if Eric Ten Hag is to be backed, and, by the new owners, he surely will be backed, of course. And, I think next season is the season. I think this season we can win something, but next season, I think that's when we're going to get proper serious about things. That's what I think anyway. I strongly believe that as well. I strongly believe next season we're going to be in a great place. We're going to be in a great place. This time next year, trust me, it'll be great, in my opinion. We could definitely be in a title race next season. I don't know whether we'll win it, but, we could definitely be in a title race if we do improve our squad, of course, which we should do. But, let's wait and see. Let's wait and see what happens. But, yeah, I am looking forward to it. And, we're in all the competitions that we've been able to be in. So we're still in them. It's going to be interesting to see the progress that we do make in the FA Cup, though. Like, it's going to be interesting to see how well we can possibly do in the FA Cup this year. I think that's definitely going to be interesting to see. I think how well we do in the how well we do in the Carabao Cup. I think we can definitely do well in that. I think we can do pretty decent in the Prem as well. So yeah, it's looking good. It's looking good at Manchester United at its current moment in time, and it's we're looking strong, and we're making improvements every game really. And I think our players are definitely growing in confidence, which is great to see, and it's what you need to see. It's what you need to see. But yeah, guys, subscribe if you're new. Make sure you do subscribe and drop a like on the stream, of course. Turn the notifications on, and yeah, subscribe, drop a like. It would, of course, mean a lot if you could. So yeah, guys. Anyway, it should be interesting to see what will happen. Let's have a quick look at the stats just before we end, though. Get your final thoughts in the chat, of course, and do drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already done so. Football, hello. Okay, so Man United, Everton stats. So 58% possession for Manchester United, 42% for Everton, 17 shots for Manchester United, 8 for Everton, 7 shots on target for Man United, 5 for Everton, 8 corners for Man United, 8 corners, 2 for Everton, 7 fouls to Man United, 8 to Everton. So yeah, it's looking interesting at the moment. It's looking interesting. And, let's hope that Manchester United can continue to build on something, of course. And, yeah, let's see what we can do. I'm confident that we are going to be able to do some good things this season, to be fair. And, probably win a trophy. But, we need this striker signing in January, though. We need to sign a striker in January. And, I am certainly looking forward to it. But, let's wait and see. But yeah, it's great to see Marcus Rashford just consistently growing confidence. Casemiro's looking even better. Bruno, he keeps on improving, quite a lot. And yeah, it's always very good to see, of course. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And yeah, I think, hopefully Eric Ten Hag can get the best out of these Manchester United players. And, it looks like he is at the moment, but, we're only going to keep on getting better and better from it. So, yeah. Anyway, guys, drop a like and subscribe if you're new, guys. Really cost me a lot if you could. So, yeah, drop a like on the stream and subscribe. But anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap this up here. Thanks for watching this video of King Ols. I'll speak to you on the next one. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Speak to you on the next one. Drop a like and subscribe if you're new. Anyway, thanks for watching this video of King Owls. Speak to you all soon. Thanks for watching. Peace out.